All right, I want to send a big thank you out to Frank Evans, who is the channel sponsor. And I'd like to thank everyone who has contributed financially to the channel. Matter of fact, here are some of the channel members here down below. Subject of this video is for a service. Let's see here. Let me check my email. SOS Maintenance. I'm really big on New York outfits. But this one, they brought it up to me that I actually had an invoice of $330 for, they paid me to go out to take a look at something. Well, they authorized me to go out and take a look at a Boston market. And they actually still service Boston market, which I find is bizarre. I find that to be bizarre. So this is Neil. So Neil's like, yeah, go ahead and send this in because we haven't paid you. And that is so rare with New York companies. They normally do not like to pay people for anything. They normally like to keep all the money and never like to share. So SOS, and this was something from back in 2021. He said there was a claim from 2021 that I never did submit for payment. So Neil said, yeah, give him anybody that wants to sign up with SOS Maintenance. He said, oh yeah, by all means, give him a call. Oh, that's gonna be a completely different one. Let me do this. SOS Maintenance. I can't believe that I cannot hear myself. I can't believe I can't hear myself. Technical difficulties. Anyway. They should be working. I'll have to check this out later. I know on the other video, everybody can hear because I was conversing with him just fine. So this is SOS. Yeah. And see, everything about it didn't look quite right. But they paid me in the past. And then when they asked me that, I know about the dire financial straits of Boston market. So I decided to go out. And then when I saw just in this thing was just atrocious. They actually had me, it was two separate calls. One call was for a rotisserie oven, which was trash. And then the other one was for a Blodgett oven. And they had so many problems that at that location. That location actually had all new refrigeration. This should be them. Let me see. Let me see what this. Let me just go right to there. And they had not Manitowoc, but they had refrigeration counterpart to that. And some of the units, they just cannot get it. They just cannot get any service over there at Boston Market. It is nuts. See, I am looking for their website, and I still can't find it. And they use a PO box and everything. It's all. This should be their website. It looks very sketchy, but I mean, 9 times out of 10, a New York outfit seems very sketchy. The maintenance side of things is they are so here today, gone tomorrow. And they're in Queens. Let me see if this address matches up. And they have such good reviews, but you can always buy those. Let me see if this takes us to it. Property management, based in Queens, New York. Ugh, I hate to just think about it. Really, this is probably, yeah, that's them. This is probably the only time, and they're using Word. Oh god, I can't think of the name of this site. My mind is just fried today. We have WordPress. They use a WordPress. About them. So yeah, property management, restaurants, personal fitness, healthcare, grocery stores. So for SOS maintenance, I have performed repairs in hotels, the gift the gift stores that some of the hotels have, like these are the large hotels. Like I've done service work for them downtown Houston, and then they're like where food offerings that they have. These very large hotels. So I've done those. I've done the Boston Market and whatnot, and it's amazing. I don't know if they've already collected money, have some kind of deposit from some of their clients. That's the only thing I can think of because Boston Market's in bankruptcy. So, U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico. So you're covered. You're covered. USA, Canada, and Puerto Rico. You can get work from SOS Maintenance. They are very excited, and the fact that they are willing to pay me from back from 2021 is actually commendable. I had to give them that one. So you're gonna want to call Neil. Let me copy this. Let's see what we can do here. Let me create a banner. Oh, you guys couldn't see any of that. Doggone it. Make that a little bigger for you. Yeah, I did exceed. I did exceed. Let me scroll across the bottom. So now I'm changing. So now here's the young man's information. This is for SOS management, maintenance. Every job you get, you're going to have to negotiate. It's like that with ConApp. It's like that with all of these because they have different financial arrangements with each and every one of these clients. And let me give you the second one so you can have his direct line. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that. This is on the fly. I called up to verify. I was looking at there's a second half of this information. I was looking at different checks. I always do a deposit using the mobile app. So I'll still have the old check. So I was looking at some of the checks and I noticed that I had some checks from SOS Management. So I was like, oh, let me tell the people about SOS Management. And I said, before I do that, let me call them up, make sure they're still in business. Let me find out about how long they take to pay. Once again, everything is negotiable. Their standard payment terms are a net 30. You can get it less than that if you negotiate that. It depends on how desperately they need you out there. If they're in risk of losing that account, or if the client says yes, we're going to pay for the premium, whatever, then they'll pay you with credit card. They've done it. They've done it for me in the past. They'll deny it, but they've paid me with credit card in the past. Now they will pay you by check, I guess, sooner than the 30 days or whatever, if that's what you negotiate with them. But their standard payment terms is 30 days. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Their standard payment is 30 days. You will have to pay for all the parts and everything up front. But these guys have been in business for a number of years now that I, for a fact, know of them. Not that reviews mean anything, but they have some decent reviews. We all know that you could purchase whatever glowing reviews you want. And see, there they go. So they have childcare. Oh, let's see, you can't see that. And I can't make. Anyway, so here's his information. You can always email. Always email me. I'm gonna do this and then take this off of my screen. Let me give you this. So that is his email address. You can always email him if you're interested in providing service work, what the work is that you're qualified for, whether it's plumbing, HVAC, so whether it's plumbing, HVAC, refrigeration, hot side. Some of my followers, well, some of the people that consume my content are in construction. All of those things are available to you. They have customers nation. Well, you saw that early. Well, you didn't see it. Hold on, let me stop the screen. They have clients nationwide. There it is. So they have clients nationwide. So once again, sorry about that. So they're from 2006. I've probably been dealing with them since like 2010 or so. Uh, so what do they have here? So here it is, right here, where they are. They deal with 80 multi-site chains across the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. So U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. There you go, right there. Better for you. So they're covering, yeah, I know for a fact the the hotels and restaurants, things like that. All of these places are places that I've mentioned before, places that have a great need for service. Like I said, the childcare. They have a great need for service. They have laundry there in case the kids soil their clothes. They have a kitchen there to heat up food and to cook food if at all necessary. Then the convenience stores, learn a trade and all those different people. You see what they're doing. Educational. I do a lot of stuff with schools, unfortunately. So you have teachers, all the teachers' lounges. I've been to so many teachers' lounges, and they have ice machines there. Then they also have a fridge, things like of that nature. And then also with the educational, they have the cafeteria. Financial, I'm not big on financial. I have done financial institutions, never a bank, but I've done other financial institutions where they have ice machines. They'll have, because they'll have a full break room. Grocery, we've covered that. Healthcare, we've touched on that. Personal fitness, we've gone through that with the 24 fitness, that type of thing. They all have the refrigerators in those places where they store the energy drinks, and they charge the patrons for the energy drinks. So it is a revenue generator for them. Property management, restaurants, which you guys see me do quite often, and then retail. My daughter and I were in New Orleans, and we were in a soap store called Lush, and they let you use the products, and they keep some of them cool underneath a bed of ice. And I pointed to the ice and I said, "Yeah, I actually do work for some of these places because they have an ice machine in the back, and there's the ice right there because they don't have any preservatives. There's a whole segment of the cosmetic and the soap industry where they don't put any preservatives whatsoever into their products. Because of that, they must be refrigerated. And due to the fact that they let people try the cosmetics or try the soap and face scrubs and cleansers, they must keep them, and they have to keep them out. They'll keep them sitting on a bed of ice. And so, yes, you would never even think it, but places like the soap places, they have it. And I've even worked on some of the dishwashers at the soap places. So you got that. I can't remember what that one chain is, but they have an under counter commercial high temp dishwasher there. So believe it or not, a lot of places that make custom soap cleansers and things like that, they actually have quite a bit of commercial equipment. Anyway, enough of me droning on. I just want to get down to it, get you the information. This is probably the only time you're going to hear me vouch for a New York based company. I'm going to send them my stuff. So here it is, the general repair. Let me make this a little bigger if I can. So for all of you people who are, what in the world? Why is that not in English? And they don't even give me an option to take this out of SVO. And it doesn't even seem like Spanish. It seems like Latin. Anyway, RS to Maximus Sapien said fertile. That's Latin. This is Latin. This is Latin. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I provided you with the person's information. It is Latin. It is Latin. Because I'm like, wait a minute, that's Latin. So I apologize. Yeah, that is Latin. So they never did change it from whatever this time is. And I know Latin when I see it. And I'm like, that's not English. That is not English. That is Latin. All right. So anyway, enough of the linguistics for today. Now here we go with English. They still, you can get this type of a base form, and then you can take out whatever You can take out whatever WordPress put in, and then put in your own thing. And so, I mean, because everybody just, oh, what's your website? And it's like for most of us, a website is irrelevant. It doesn't make any sense. We're doing these connections over the phone and face to face. Other people are vouching for our um, yeah, other people are vouching for us. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words today. Anyway, enough of the Latin. So you can give Neil a call. There's his information. There's his New York number, the 718. Give him a call. You get set up. You can always you can always tell these people no. Do not hesitate to tell people no. If it is out of your area, if it's anything more than 30 minutes away from where you are, tell them no. If you're Now you can make arrangements with everyone. If you're unfamiliar with the product, they just want somebody to go out there. That's like why they owe me the 330. It's like, hey, we at least need someone to show up. It shows that we're doing our job as the dispatcher, that hey, we're calling people. We can't make these people do the work, but at least we're presenting you with technicians. So they'll pay you to go out there, even if you're unfamiliar with it. If you want to go out there, take a look, scour, see if you can find an 800 number, tech support, and then you can call and see if someone is willing to walk you through some of the issues. They are more than willing to do that because the clientele, the service providers like myself, we really don't like to use these services. It is really not for us. We have our existing clientele. Someone like me, if I go out, I have a chain of wing stops. I have a chain of other sandwich shops and various other places. I'm actually maxed out, and to take these one off, take these calls. It isn't in my best interest. But if you're starting out, if you're trying to get your foothold in this industry, getting your name out there, this is a good one. Also, if you're trying to keep your employees working, this is a good one. Maybe you've gone from four techs to five, and now you're having a little bit of a time trying to keep everyone working. You can always take on some of these dispatch jobs from these various different outfits that I check on for you. So thank you for subscribing. This is me doing my job and making sure that I can present to you something that you stand a fair shot. And on that note, I am going to call it a day. Please leave your comments down below. I will get them. They come to me like a text message. It's a lot better for me than if you were to call, because if you call, I have to stop working. Text message, I'm able to see the text message and keep on trucking. All right. And with that, I'm going to bid you a good day, and I wish you much success and much luck out there.